Want to speak real Romanian from your first lesson? Sign up for your free lifetime account at RomanianPod101.com.
A fi, to be. So our first verb, a fi, it means to be. Let's see an example. Ea este sora mea mai mică. She is my little sister. Ea este sora mea mai mică. I didn't have a sister, but I do have many soul sisters, and they mean the world to me. A plăcea, to like. Our next verb, a plăcea, to like. Îmi place să mă plimb dimineața. I like to take a walk in the morning. Îmi place să mă plimb dimineața. I usually like to take long walks in the morning, but I'm too lazy to wake up, so that's a bit difficult and rare. A face, to do. Our next verb, a face, to do. De data aceasta, el și-a făcut tema foarte bine. This time, he did his homework very well. De data aceasta, el și-a făcut tema foarte bine. Good for him, whoever you are. Good job. A spune, to say. A spune, to say. Ea a spus că va fi acasă în seara aceasta. She said that she would be home this evening. Ea a spus că va fi acasă în seara aceasta. In this example, a spus is past tense. A explica, to explain. Our next verb is a explica, to explain. Învățătorul explică lecția. The teacher explains the lesson. Învățătorul explică lecția. In this example, învățătorul is a masculine form, so învățătorul is a male teacher. If we want to say a female teacher, it would be învățătoarea. Învățătoarea. Bună! Hello. Bună! 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 Bună dimineața! Good morning. Bună dimineața! Bună dimineața! We usually say bună dimineața in a very formal way. So I would say bună dimineața to my parents when I wake up, or when I get to school to my professors. It's quite formal. But if I would say it to my cousins or brothers or sisters or friends, I can be friendly and say Neața. Bună ziua. Good afternoon. The next one is good afternoon. Good afternoon. Bună ziua. Bună ziua. So if I see my professor, bună ziua. Bună ziua. First we did hello as in bună. So we use bună and then we add the time of the day. Bună ziua. Bună seara. Good evening. Good evening, we say bună seara. Good evening. Bună seara. We learned how to say good morning, good afternoon, and good evening. Good morning, bună dimineața. Good afternoon, bună ziua. And good evening, bună seara. Cum vă numiți? What's your name? When we meet someone and they don't introduce themselves, we might want to ask them their name. So if they're about the same age and you want to say it casual, you say cum te cheamă? Cum te cheamă? Or cum te numești? Cum te numești? For example, if I see a little girl and I want to ask her name, cum te cheamă? Or cum te numești? However, if I address an older person, I would say cum vă numiți? Cum vă numiți? Or cum vă cheamă? Cum vă cheamă? The polite way in Romanian to address someone is usually to put it in the plural form. Even if it's only one person, we address that person as if there are more people. It's funny because in English you have you for one person or for many people, but in Romanian you can address to one person as if you're addressing more people. And that is polite. A auzi, to hear. Our next verb, a auzi, to hear. Am auzit trupa cântând la un concert. We heard the band play a concert. In this example, am auzit can refer to us, as in we heard, or is I heard. So I heard and we heard is the same form. Am auzit, past tense. A merge, to go. Our next verb is a merge, to go. Vara trecută am mers la Disneyland. Last summer I went to Disneyland. Or last summer we went to Disneyland. In Romanian, if I say am mers, it can be myself or it can be in plural form we. So I went or we went. Am mers. Yeah, usually if it's a lot of sun, I really don't mind wearing something like this. If not in Disneyland, then where? Don't you think so? A ști, to know. Next verb, a ști, to know. Știu că ești obosit, așa că o să te sun mai târziu. I know you're tired, so I will call you later. Știu că ești obosit, așa că o să te sun mai târziu. To know is my favorite word. A ști. Îmi place să știu. I love to know. A lua, to take. A lua, to take. Când am fost bolnav, am luat acest medicament. I took this medicine when I was sick. In my case, because I'm a woman, I would say când am fost bolnavă. So, bolnav, bolnavă. Când am fost bolnavă, am luat acest medicament. Male version. Când am fost bolnav, am luat acest medicament. And female version. Când am fost bolnavă, am luat acest medicament. A vedea, to see. A vedea, to see. Aseară am văzut un film la cinematograful cel nou. We saw a movie at the new cinema last night. Aseară am văzut un film la cinematograful cel nou. Mă numesc Eva. My name is Eva. Let's say we asked a little girl, cum te cheamă? What's your name? And she might reply something like, Sunt Eva. Sunt Eva. Or, mă numesc Eva. Mă numesc Eva. Most of the times in Romania, we like to say I. So in Romanian, I is eu. Eu. That's why eu mă numesc Larisa. Eu mă numesc Larisa. Or, numele meu, my name. Numele meu este Larisa. Încântat de cunoștință. And, încântată de cunoștință. Nice to meet you. We have learned each other's names. And I feel nice to meet you. I feel that I'm happy to meet you. So I would say, încântată de cunoștință. Încântată de cunoștință. I'm a girl and I would put a at the end of the word. Încântată. Încântată de cunoștință. If I were a guy, I would say încântat. So I would end it with a T. Încântat. Ce mai faci? How are you? Usually when we meet someone in Romania, we say, Hi, how are you? Bună, ce faci? Hi, how are you? Bună, ce faci? Without bună, just ce mai faci? It's more like, how have you been? Ce mai faci? How have you been? How are things going with you? How has it been going with you? Bună, ce mai faci? Or bună, ce faci? And the conversation would be very fast. Exchanging salutes would be, bună, ce faci? Bine, tu? Bine, mulțumesc. Hi, how are you? Fine, thank you. And you? Great, thanks. Sunt bine, mulțumesc. Și tu? I'm fine, thanks. And you? If a professor would ask you, Hi, how are you? They would say, Bună ziua, ce mai faci? And I would say, mulțumesc, bine. Dumneavoastră? So I'm good, thank you. How, and you? I use dumneavoastră because it's the polite way to say you in Romanian. If I say you for one person, I would say tu. If I say you for and address it formally, I would say dumneavoastră. It's a bit long, but it's a useful word. I just want to mention one thing about mulțumesc. Just like in the you, for you is tu and dumneavoastră. So short word tu and longer word dumneavoastră, informal, formal. Mulțumesc is the Romanian, 100% Romanian word for thank you. But if we say thank you between friends, we might just say merci, which sounds like French. So it might be easier to remember for some people who study other European languages. But again, the most polite way to say is mulțumesc. Mulțumesc. And if you're between friends, merci. Merci. Vă rog. Please. So one example for very useful when we use please, like, could you please help me? Could you please help me? So I address someone that I don't know and I want to be polite. Like, could you please help me? Mă puteți ajuta, vă rog? Mă puteți ajuta, vă rog? When we want to say after you, we can just say please, as in please go ahead, or after you. We would say vă rog. Vă rog. After you, vă rog. Or if I order something at the restaurant, a salad, o salată, vă rog. A salad, please. As in, I would like a salad. Just the short version, a salad, please. O salată, vă rog. Vă rog. A veni, to come. A veni, to come. Am venit acasă după ce am mâncat la restaurantul italian. We came home after eating at the Italian restaurant. Am venit acasă după ce am mâncat la restaurantul italian. Again, it can be a sentence about myself or about us. It's the same form of the verb. Am venit, am mâncat. A gândi, to think. A gândi, to think. El nu a putut gândi nicio altă posibilitate. He couldn't think of any other possibility. El nu a putut gândi nicio altă posibilitate. A privi, to look. A privi, to look. Hai să mergem să privim apusul. Let's go look at the sunset. Hai să mergem să privim apusul. A vrea, to want. A vrea, to want. Astăzi vreau să stau acasă. Today I want to stay home. Astăzi vreau să stau acasă. A da, to give. A da, to give. I-am dat un cadou de ziua ei. I gave her a present for her birthday. I-am dat un cadou de ziua ei. Cu plăcere. You're welcome. So when someone says mulțumesc and say you're welcome, cu plăcere. Cu plăcere. This is one of my favorite words because I like how pleasure sounds like in English as well and in Romanian, plăcere. Romanians, so we believe that the Romanian language is a very sweet language and plăcere is one of the sweetest words that I know. Da. Yes. Da. Da. Da sounds like Russian because it's the same. Da. 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 Have to be very confident. Da. Nu. No. For no, we say nu. Nu. I did my hand like this, but so for gestures, when we say da, we nod, and for nu, we do like this. So, do you like the Romanian language? Da. Is it difficult? No. Something like that. Bine. Okay. Next one is okay. Okay. Bine. Bine. So for example, I said earlier, hey, how are you? I'm fine. Bună, ce faci? Bine. I'm okay. Bine. Mă scuzați. Excuse me. Excuse me. Excuse me. Mă scuzați. Mă scuzați. It's a very polite way to say. If you address a friend of yours, mă scuzi, mă scuzi. If you address it formally, mă scuzați, mă scuzați. So if I'm on the bus and by mistake I happen to step on someone's foot or something, mă scuzați, mă scuzați, excuse me.
Want to speed up your language learning? Take your very first lesson with us. You'll start speaking in minutes and master real conversations. Sign up for your free lifetime account. Just click the link in the description.